Alright, this is Photoshop Lesson 3, and I'm going to show you how to use the healing brush. So go ahead and pause your screen if you need to grab these settings. Otherwise you can look in the notes for the assignment, and you can see these there as well. You need to create a canvas like this, and then you need to go and download that photo of the trash on the beach, and then you'll go to File, Open. You'll go to where you downloaded it and open that file. Now you'll have your new file and your trash on the beach file. Take the background layer from the trash on the beach file and go hover over the new file and then drop it right on the canvas there. Now you're going to need to scroll out using Alt and your scroll wheel, and hit Control T for transform, and you're going to grab these handles to resize that large image and make it smaller. Once you have it set, I'm gonna get mine a little more precise here. Once you have it set, then just hit Enter to set the size, and those handles will go away. Alright, we're going to use the spot healing brush, the healing brush, and the patch tool. We're also going to try out this clone stamp tool. The first one we'll just start at the top, spot healing brush. Now up here, you're going to be able to change the size of that brush, and when you see that number 172, that means this circle, this brush, is 172 pixels wide. So if I go down here to 4, now the brush is only 4 pixels wide. I'm going to set it to right around 50, and then I'm going to use this brush to go ahead and just paint over the trash can. And what happens is Photoshop looks at the pixels around the object that I've selected, and it tries to blend out the object in the middle with the pixels that are surrounding it. So like if I just click on this orange cone, it goes completely away. And so I can use this to paint out most of the garbage cans in the photo. But let's say I use instead the regular healing brush. Well, if I go and try to paint out this cone, for instance, it says, wait, you need to define a source point to be used to repair the image. So basically, we're going to tell Photoshop which area of the photo that we want to use to paint with. Now, it's almost like I'm taking my paintbrush and dipping it into these pixels. So I hold Alt, and I get this little crosshair. And when I have the crosshair, I can click anywhere on the screen, and then now my brush gets filled with pixels from that area, and I can use them to paint out anything that I want. You'll notice too, I'm going to sample this area, it will blend with the other colors in that area. So sometimes that's a really useful tool. Another one is this patch tool. I can grab these ladies in the front of the picture, just put a circle around them, and then if I drag that selection to another area, I'm basically going to sample pixels from that area, and it blends them right out. So I'm going to try it again with these people, and I'll drag up to choose some other sand, and look at that. Now Control D will deselect those, and now I've got this nice empty space here. Another thing is this clone stamp tool. You'll notice you've got an option up here to align or uncheck the aligned box. If I keep a line on, let me go, for instance, I'll pick these cones right here. I hold Alt to sample those cones, and then I can start painting anywhere on the screen. But you'll notice now I don't have the cones. It stayed aligned. I had aligned turned on. So if I wanted to sample those cones and then paste those cones over and over, I'd have to uncheck aligned, sample the cones, and then I can go and paint them wherever I want. So it's really important that you make sure you know about that aligned. Now, all I have to do for this assignment is just get rid of the trash cans and then add some things to make this my own. So I already got rid of the trash cans. Let me get rid of this other stuff that I just did. Get rid of this area. All right. Now I'm gonna go. All right. I'm gonna go to Google. Let's go to google.com, and I'm gonna search for an image that I can add to my scene here. So I'll just look for a dinosaur. Now I'm gonna go to Google Images, but sometimes what helps, I could choose this dinosaur here and then take the background out. But what might help is if I look for PNG and transparent. So then the options that I get back are often, they already have the background removed from them. So like here's one where the background's already removed. So if I right click, save that image, and then go open it in Photoshop, I can bring it in. I'm going to bring it in a different way just for this example. Excuse me. Okay. So now that I have him in there, I can move him around. I can hit Control T. I can resize him, put him anywhere I want in the scene. I can bring in some friends for him. Let's say maybe I want another one that is, maybe I want to make him face the other way, so I put on the transform tool and then I flip him horizontally, and now he's facing the other way so they can battle each other. Let's see, what else can I do with this guy? I'll bring in something for them to fight over. There's a chicken carcass. I'll shrink it down here. And if I wanted to, I could try to blend that in. Maybe I'll use the healing brush, make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And then, I'm going to choose current and below. And then now I'll just sample this sand. I'm going to move in here so I can see. Maybe I'll just blur this out so it looks like it's sitting in the sand. Whoops. Uncheck aligned here. There we go. Now it looks like he's kind of buried in the sand a little bit. Alright, and that's all I'm going to do with this one. So to turn this in, of course, make sure you save it, but to turn it in, you're going to go to File, Export, and Quick Export as PNG. And save that somewhere where you know where it is, and turn that in.